What's up, ecosystem? Welcome back to ATI Auto Transport, the car shipping business channel. My name is Jay. My goal every Tuesday night is to bring you another trade show level business presentation to you wherever you are, because your automotive business deserves the latest in transportation news. And if you're busy, and I know you are, you're going to be able to skip ahead. In a few minutes, I'm going to give the welcome show lineup. You're going to know what to expect, and within 24 hours of posting this video, down below the video there will be clickable time codes in the video description so you can skip ahead. Please leave a comment. Remember to like, share, tell your friends. Thanks for watching ATI. The National Quality Dealer Award is the highest honor presented to an independent dealer each year in recognition of their business standards and community service. In collaboration with Used Car News, ATI is proud to share more information about these industry leaders and association members. So tonight, we have Jeff Bellant, Managing Editor at Used Car News, Annette Chapman, Executive Director at Michigan IADA, and Otto Hahne, President, City of Cars, and the National Quality Dealer Award winner for years 2019 through 2021. So please join the live chat, ask your questions, share your thoughts, grow your business, because it's Tuesday nights live on ATI. I'm your host. Welcome back to the show. What? I hit the wrong button. That's okay. Or no, I guess the fade didn't work. I don't know what happened. But man, welcome back to ATI Auto Transport. Jump cut. That's okay. Let's do this. I want you to feel welcome. Please do feel welcome. This is ATI. We're live. We're here together. So I want you to feel welcome and jump into the live chat. Please do say hello. Thank you so much. Yes, and in the live chat, interact, share your information, what have you, because I want to know what's going on with you. What are you interested in? What stories are you reading? Are you thinking about things that are in industry news? Actually, once again, I'm excited that industry news is at the quarter hour, and, front of the store, back of the store, what's being talked about, what isn't being talked about. Also that. Let's focus on, and mic check 1, 2, 3. Let's talk about the things that are popular and not so popular. Let's go ahead and do that. It's a long segment. And then after we get done with industry news, and I've got a video in there as well, we're going to bring in Thompson, Cars on the Move, and he is going to help me introduce our friend Jeff Bellant at Used Car News. We're going to learn more about Jeff. We're going to learn more about Used Car News. And we're going to learn more about the National Quality Dealers Award. We're going to kick that off with Annette Chapman. She's the Executive Director at the Michigan IADA. And then we're going to have Otto Hahne from City of Cars and winner of the award 2019 through 2021 joining and help us out. And if I get any of this wrong, please do feel free to mention in the live chat. Clarifications, corrections. We're in this together. I'm just the host of the show. Even I will hit the wrong button occasionally. So that's why I like to go live. It's engaging, and we get a chance to all share in together. So do me a favor. Oh, yeah, that's right. Leave a like. If you've got an extra like, please leave one. We really do appreciate it. Also, you can click share, you can click copy, you can do that stuff. And you can also, listen, if you're lost in car shipping, go to the website. You know what? Just call Ty. Here it is. Call Ty, 417-483-2764. No need for all that formal stuff because we really do want to help. We are ATI. We are a community, and we want to help. So do me a favor, stick around because right after this, we've got more information coming your way and the live chat. We'll be right back.
Everybody wants to be part of a bigger story. Auto transport is a vital part of that story. Vehicle reconditioning starts when your transport arrives at the dealership. The story starts with you. For our auto retail customers, as yours, full satisfaction.
Rapid Recon, transparent communication through vehicle reconditioning software and auto remarketing process management for car dealers. Tell your story. People, process, and software. Visit rapidrecon.com. There's white papers on Rapid Recon so you can learn more about how they can help your process. And we've got a Rapid Recon show coming up in the future, so stick around. I see the live chat getting lively already, so let's go ahead and jump into the live chat. I'm going to back this up to the top. Actually, I guess that'll be easy. It's already on the screen. Ty was in here first. Local dealers are heavily invested in local community. Ty says it all the time, and he's been saying that forever. That's what's, I know that Ty and I, at different times, we like another show topic that comes up that validates something we've been saying for a very long time. And Ty has always said local dealers are heavily invested in local community, and the dealers will tell you that too. That's in industry news how, the beef with Carvana. We'll get there. Kimberly is here. Welcome to Tuesday Nights Live. Please let us know if it's your first time here. Ask questions, share your company info and network. We are glad you're here. Yes, we are. Thank you so much for taking the time. Do appreciate it. There's Chris Chamberlain. Yo, ATI Ecosystem. Jay, mind-blowing show last Tuesday. Yeah, last Tuesday was wild. It started with supply chain recession presentation and moved into the metaverse, and we all just dove right into the matrix, and we got liquefied. Our brains were liquefied into the metaverse. That was pretty wild. Pretty cool stuff. So if you missed it, go back and check it out. I'll share some more information in the industry news on that. Oh, Jeffrey Bellant is in the live chat. What's up, Jeff? So he's there. If you have a question about used car news, feel free to, I'm going to share, here's the link. Used car news. And there's promotional material on. You can go to used car news to learn more about tonight's live stream. Ants Transportation. Hey, what's up? I'm home for a week, relaxing and watching ATI all week. Great, we have a whole week of shows that you can relax and watch. Thank you so much, Ants. Vlad is here. Look at this dude. Vlad says the funniest things. Look at the top of his head. Uh-huh. Okay. Thank you, Vlad. Always a pleasure. Carlos is here. ACB Logistics in the house. What's going on, Carlos? And some interaction there. And I know. We really, we know we're testing the patience of the ecosystem, the community, and we're used to that. We are well used to that by now. And actually, I'm not afraid of covering that in industry news a little bit. We are going to make all the rounds on industry news and then some. Free CD positive ratings. Just say I love ATI. Well, that's a great idea. But Facebook won't like it. You know how Facebook gets about this stuff. And actually, that's why we're always happy to do the Thursday show, Dispatching Live. It gets kind of ugly on Thursdays, but that's part of the fun too. What has been going on this week? You know, I don't think it's a secret. The you know, the trial, Johnny and Amber live, really interesting. You get to see the courtroom and the mechanics of the lawyers and the depositions and the documents and all that stuff. I've also seen a lot of the same old. The dispatcher versus broker versus carrier rates and load boards and why do you need a dispatcher. I saw a crazy video about, I was going to share it. You know, I got a minute. You guys want to see this? This is pretty crazy. Yeah, we got a minute. Let's go ahead and roll this. I wasn't going to play this, but let me cue it up. Where is that? Here we go. All right, so hang on. Let me get my screen ready here. Okay, so you can see this. All right, let's roll it, Johnny. Here we go.
He would have definitely hit the top vehicles. Yeah. Now, this is a Texas Pride, and it does say not for hire, but he's extremely high. And you can tell how high he is when the trucks go by on the opposite direction. By the way, he just got his hats in. Just picked him up.
So this was shared by Rios Auto Transport on YouTube, and we're looking at a car hauler that, here you go, you're going to see how tall it is. I mean, it's really tall. And they're saying wow. They're saying it's exceeding state height limits, and I looked at the map, that this is in California. All right, now hang on to your chairs. Oh! Every time. You guys saw this? You saw this, Sergio? Yeah.
He's only have 3 straps.
Now, my guess is this guy knows exactly what he can fit on this route. He must do this a lot. This is crazy.
Holy shit.
He made it, not by much.
Barely clear. Oh shit. That was scary.
He's going 40 miles an hour.
Yeah. ¿Qué pasa? Oh my gosh. It's going to end up on our face. Oh!
That guy's reaction kills me.
Yeah, 15-1.
Oh shit.
Oh my God, right? That is crazy stuff. But that is auto transport. That's what's going on in our world. You know, I mean, and like, and they're right. Like in the beginning of the video, if he had been in the right lane, dude, that sign would have been toast. So anyways, that's what's going on in auto transport. So while the rest of the world is reading, you know, what's happening with the auction and this and that, we're over here looking at, you know, nearly taking out bridges and dispatchers arguing with brokers and really everybody else. So it's crazy stuff. The school bus is way too close for comfort. Yeah, no. Oh my God. Tom Cruise is having a fist fight on top of this. There you go. See, that's good. It is crazy stuff. All right, I'll tell you what. Here's what we're going to do. We have got we've got industry news and right, it's called efficiency. There you go. We got industry news coming up right after this, so stick around because we will be right back.
Transport Auto Quoter is by far the leading auto quoting software on the market and the only auto quoter with a pro version that comes preset with accurate pricing for anywhere in the U.S. So you don't have to worry about it. The best part is that no change with your current software is needed. Just plug TAQ in and start booking jobs. Carriers can easily plug TAQ into their current websites and start making money right away. I bet you're wondering how we do this instantly and accurately 24/7. Well, constant analytics is the key. Our Price Watch team is constantly monitoring current market conditions, paying close attention to seasonal and quick-moving industry changes. At the end of the day, it takes a lot of time and data to maintain good pricing, time that most of us just don't have on a daily basis. So free yourself up. Using TAQ Pro is really a no-brainer. Save time and money, maximizing your leads and optimizing your online investments. You'll finally be able to sleep well at night knowing that TAQ is on the job selling for you 24/7. Never missing a potential job.
So you need an auto shipping quote and broker software you can trust? Provide instant, accurate quotes online with Transport Auto Quoter by Superflow Systems and move with Pro ABD CRM. Visit superflowsystems.com. Links in the live chat. Yes, I will, Jeff. And I'll tell you what. I also have, there's already a Zoom meeting link, and I'll go ahead and email it to you again. I'm emailing you live, Jeff. I'm going to call this Zoom. You have a separate Zoom invite, but you can also click on that. And no need to hurry. We'll be there in about 15 minutes or so. So that, and hey, now that's called efficiency live. What else we got? Ann says from that angle, every 14-foot high load looks that high. Right, and see, and I agree with that. I agree with that. Which is another, even if everything is cool, it's just another reason why auto transport it's a pretty hard job. It could be a little freaky. I mean, hey, where's the video of, loading on the upper rails in the ice? Picking up and delivering, right? Where's that? So, right. Hey, Sergio says, thank you so much for putting pressure on Central Dispatch. Finally approved after 42 days. Well, you're welcome, Sergio. We are happy to serve the community. And, yeah, tune in. If you don't want to learn more, tune in on Thursdays, Dispatching Live. That show is a public service. Allegedly. Okay, I'll tell you what. It's time. Let's go into industry news. This is show number 239 on a Tuesday night in a row. This is National Quality Dealer Preview. And what we're doing here tonight is there's Otto with his award from 2019 through 2021. He's with us here tonight. And we're going to learn more about, I believe, Jeff is going to shed some light on. You can go to NIADAconvention.com. We're going to be there with Used Car News. That's June 20th through the 23rd. And that's connected to the award and presentation. There's Otto. And Used Car News at usedcarnews.com. And by the way, thank you so much, Used Car News, for the news that you put out in conjunction with what we talk about here, and also for promoting this event. Thank you so much. When I look at the ecosystem, I try to look at the entire ecosystem, from OEMs, auctions, dealers, shippers, services, brokers, carriers, equipment, regulations, and loads. The entire vast enchilada. And on tonight's show, I think we're going to be focusing on that dealer and services connection. Mainly dealers, but how they are a service. Where we connect the back of the store to the front of the store. We truly do. Back of the store, transport parking lot. Lots of folks stop there. Front of the store, dealers selling the vehicles. Lots of channels stop there. But we're connecting them. Because they are connected more and more all the time. So send in your proof of photos. Again, I love this. What buckets are you focused on? Is it ACV, Backlot, Mannheim, etc.? We love automotive trade shows. We talk about them constantly. We seem obsessed with automotive trade shows. And we love getting caught on film at shows. There's Ty He's mid-live interview. There's Joe Overby in the background. This is at Auto Intel Summit. And then there's, from Ty's point of view, there's me on Ty's phone while he's in mid-interview. And then there's Ty in his interview with Tom Gregg as we were live on the channel. Great stuff, Ty. Awesome, awesome job. We are going to be live at Auto Haulers Association of America. That's next week, dude. Man, I mean, it's amazing how fast these things happen. Auto Haulers Association of America spring meeting in Atlanta. Ty will actually be presenting. That is going to be great. And then we're going to be live at Digital Dealer the week after in Tampa. You can learn more. Go to digitaldealer.com. Thank you, Digital Dealer. And yeah, happy to talk about it, promote it. Are you going to be there? Let us know. If you're not going to be there, if you want to be there, if you want to know what it's more about, if you just want to tune in on ATI and learn more about it, all of that is possible and you're welcome to do it. So our show last Tuesday night, Supply Chain Recession. Paul Machine gave a presentation of the factors as he saw them. He's Director of Strategic Accounts at Black Book. And it was really interesting as he's talking about how oil prices coincide with a flag of a recession. Very interesting stuff. It was a great presentation. Also, we talked about the delays in shipping gridlock off outside of, in the waters. We have gridlock off the port, the coast of Long Beach. But Shanghai, man, talk about gridlock. And then there's, conversations around it. We'll see what that looks like. It's, we're a little ahead of the, forecasting is what Paul is really great at. We also had Brian Kramer. He was talking about, if you watch the video, Brian Kramer was talking about the automotive metaverse. And I mean, I was like, what? Yeah. We've heard of Meta, right? And yeah, right. And the Facebook and the whatnot and Zuckerberg and this and that. But really, the fact that they're going to be selling more vehicles on the metaverse, it's true. It's coming to a metaverse near you. In fact, it's being talked about here. CBT talked about it today. Japanese OEMs, Nissan and Toyota, they're tapping into the metaverse. You're going to see this everywhere. It doesn't matter if you don't like it. You will be seeing it. I'm just saying. In fact, king of the comebacks, Elon Musk, robo-taxi, right? By 2024. I didn't say 2044. I said 2024. There, you can see it right there. And it will be built without driving controls. I have no idea how you'll load it. I don't even know if you'll need to. I don't know. So here's what I want to point out. While in transportation, we're going to see the same dispatcher that, and no authority this, and all that stuff, and around it goes. Illegal, bad, blah, 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 cooking meth. You sound retarded. I was like, can I say that without being canceled? Etc. While we are busy doing that, the industry will be busy doing this. You see that thing down there? That's your futuristic robot deal, and the human being is working alongside the futuristic robot deal, and the warehouses keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Coming soon to a transport parking lot near you. I don't know when, but I don't think it's 2044. But that's why we have a Thursday show, and we'll have the fun with you, no problem. But Auto Transport, everything you need to know. Thank you so much. Loves listening to and participating in the show. If nothing else makes you think, could he be right? Because if there's any possibility, you might want to call Ty 417-483-2764. And we clearly, you know, this is, people are still, when they're looking for advice, you know, it's on Facebook. Please be kind. I'm looking for help. Well, we're trying to help. But, you know, what are we going to do? Meanwhile, again, oh my gosh. So there's drama. Everybody's got a little drama. You're telling me this is the first it's a dirtbag company and a great big Ponzi scheme? Really? That's the takeaway? Wow. All right. That's coming up in part 2. And this is why I do the Auto Transport 2022, because I am focused on bringing in the information, whether anybody wants me to or not. I'm just going to do it anyways. Send in your comments, autotransportintel@gmail.com. And this is how you get your car shipping news. I want you to go ahead and get ready, because you know this. Put it up on the big screen every Tuesday night. That's right. Step right up. Every Tuesday night we get 5 new questions. That's right. Step right up. 5 new questions every Tuesday night, right around now. Question 1, here we go. Traditionally, how many used vehicles are sold each year in the United States? Is it 12 million, 22 million, 32 million? Do I hear 42 million? Some great stuff happening in the... Did you see the Mustang rolling off a Carvana truck? Yeah, that's relevant. That is relevant. Because I know there's a training school, but the growth, the expansion, and the skills required to transport vehicles, yeah. What do they say? You're going to have some broken eggs? Yeah. At minimum. 12 million, 22 million, 32 million, or 42 million. Do I hear 45? Can I get 50? 55, that's 60. 65. Ty's got 42. All right. Well, I know the answer because I wrote the question. I was just trying to help Larry out. It's a community deal. All right, question 2. Here we go. Yeah, he bought Twitter, and they approved it. It is happening. Unless there's something we don't know, it's happening. Question 2. What is the most appropriate carrier pay amount to ship a 2020 Nissan Sentra from Fry's, Virginia to Soda Springs, Idaho? Is it $16.15, $19.20? Do I get $22.80? Can I get a $26.45? Yeah, Jeff and Ty. All right, but take a stab at this one. Okay, 2022 Nissan Sentra. So it's a mild sedan load. It's new, but you know, maybe it doesn't have all of its chips. I'm kidding. Virginia to Idaho. Well, I think it should pay $26.45, but you could probably get that moved. I'll tell you what, $2,000. Do you know how rare it is to see $2,000 for a sedan move? That almost never happens. But I don't know where Fry's, Virginia is. Or is it Fries, Virginia? Carlos has $22.80. Oh, Colleen's in the live chat. Welcome, Colleen. Colleen is used car news. 3K. Well, see, that's funny, Ty, because never mind. I'm gonna put, telling you, $2,000 for a sedan. I mean, it's hard to get. Tell me I'm wrong. It's hard to get $2,000 for a sedan when it's going like to the island side of Washington State. But, alright, I'm going to... And if I'm wrong, I'm going to be... I never get... Besides, I don't get them all... I've never gotten all 5 right, even when I wrote all 5 questions. Alright. Question 3. Here we go. According to recent numbers, how many vehicles pass through physical wholesale auction houses? Is it 6, 12, 16, or 22 million? Mic check 1, 2. How many vehicles pass through physical auction? Wholesale auction houses. Alright. I know the answer on that. I wrote this one too. Dang it. Come on. What do you guys say? Somebody get a... I can't move on without a guess. These are the rules. We'll sit here all night. Oh, there we go. 22 million. 22 million wholesale vehicles pass through. Obviously, this is used. Well, it didn't say used. 22. According to recent numbers. Oh, see, there's the fly in the ointment. Recent numbers. Shoot, recent numbers could be 1 million. All right. 16, right? 22. Did I write this? Did I read this wrong? This is a good one. This is a serious debate. All right. Well, we got the... Now, you do know that you got to tune in on Thursday on Dispatching Live at 1 o'clock Central to get the answers. I know. Spoil sport. All right, question 4. Here we go. What is the most appropriate carrier pay amount to ship a 2017 Honda Ridgeline from Mont Alto, Maryland to Eugene, Oregon? Here we go. Now you're in the $2,000. See, and it's a Honda Ridgeline. I don't even think 25. I don't think you can get 2515. I know you should. There was a, I don't know, I lost my train of thought. Oh, there was like a post. The reason, see, the problem is here, like cheap car shipping and all that stuff. I saw a post on the load board, and in the comments, it's in the comments by that party which posted the load, which should be a broker. It said gas money. You know, like, name an occupation where you've got to coax the worker into doing the work by pointing out, like, you know, you'll look good doing it. Or brag about it at parties. But in auto transport, you'll see loads that say gas money. Really? Gas money? Wow. As if, number one, as if we have no other costs. There's no insurance. There's no DOT roadside inspections. You know, the ELD's not constantly going off. I don't need to eat. Oh, by the way, this is a business. A profit. Gas money. That should be Thursday's show. Gas money. All right, question 5. Here we go. Oh, Carlos, thank you for the guess. We can move on because Carlos guessed. Otherwise, we'd be stuck here. Question 5. As of March 2022, the average monthly vehicle payment was $658, an increase of blank percent from March 2021. Is it 7.9, 10.2, 12.4, or 15.3? Awesome question. Well done, Larry. That is a good one. So from a year ago. I'm going to go with... That's a hard one. That is a good one. Is it 10%? It's either 10 or 12. Could be 7. I don't know. I'm going to go with 10. I think my gut says 10. My heart says 12, but my gut says 10. It's a country album. 7.9, 12.4, exactly. Oh, man. Awesome stuff. Thank you so much, Larry. Great questions and a wonderful time. Be sure to join us on Thursdays on Dispatching Live for the answers. I'll tell you what, I get to take a quick ELD punch break. Right after this, we got Industry News Part 2. Stick around.
If we can capture pictures of the car in under 10 seconds, and you can capture more of them per minute, well, then you're going to have more of those online, and you're going to have more buyers seeing them sooner, and that's going to equate to more revenue.
Are you completely stressed out from all the calls and the contracts and the verification of loads when nobody answers the phone? Call Murphy Auto Dispatch Services today. Murphy Auto Dispatch Services has over 15 years of experience in the transport industry. We are your office while you are on the road. We book, we verify, and we bill out your loads for you. We have an excellent accounting staff and an even better dispatch team. Give us a call today at 417-273-0021. Or if you want to email me, it's murphyautotransport31@yahoo.com. Give us a call today.
Do you need help staying loaded or moving a car? That's the voice of Sue. She runs a dispatch office. She's a fully licensed broker. She is my co-host on Thursdays on Dispatching Live. Visit murphyautotransportservices.com. Links in the live chat. Mic check 1, 2, 3. What's happening? All right, everybody. Here we go. As promised, Industry News Part 2. Get ready for a revamped remarketing industry. That's Steve Greenfield from Automotive Ventures. Get out of the silos while you can before they implode into plumes of dust, what was once defined as segmented auctions, dealers, marketplacers, wholesalers, will blend this decade in ways never seen before. Technology innovation now alters the vehicle lifecycle across the entire spectrum. Among leading changes is the advance of AI, which spurs an automated vehicle reporting writing process used for condition reports, among others. Buyers increasingly want access to inventory that will sell at solid values without paying burdensome fees. They also expect accurate prices, less uncertainty, quicker sales in the auction lanes, vehicle quality that should be consistent and up to date, while all transactors should be able to easily access arbitration and fund transfers. Such tech-driven demand means the realm of dealers, auctions, marketplaces combined into new business models. Everybody knows about Carvana's recent $2.2 billion purchase of ADESA that shocked the remarketing sector. With 2 million dealer consignment cars running through ADESA, Carvana saw an opportunity to expand within a reasonable distance of much of the U.S. population so they can more efficiently park, prepare, and deliver vehicles to customers. Hertz, for example, plans to sell vehicles directly to consumers via Carvana. Why settle for wholesale when you can get retail? Larger remarketing operations will see more opportunities for managed fleet services, defleeting services, and more locations to park and maintain vehicles awaiting sales as more sales go online, and they will be bringing fleet services to the fleets. Just some factoids here. What matters most to a consignor? Retention, cost, reputation, and speed. What matters to the buyer? Fees, price, speed, quality, selling ability, easy process. Ooh, and here's your answers. 42 million used vehicles are sold each year in the U.S. 12 million pass through wholesale. We had a big show when Carr was selling ADESA, that news. We brought it, we talked about it. Everybody knows about it. So now that Carvana is losing some ground financially, the party has started. The piñatas are out. Everybody's going crazy. Why? What do they want to see? Do they want to see failure? What do they want to see? Carvana catches a downgrade after earnings disappointment. Well, they want to see competing with Carvana working. Selling used cars at a loss can be problematic. Selling used cars at scale and at a loss can be a disaster. True. That is true. But what's also true is that Car sold it to them. There's reasons there. And Carvana wanted to buy it. Good reasons there that they made to their shareholders. But just as Elon Musk is getting the last laugh, there's another round when it comes to Carvana. And this is important. Car auction CEO, he said the pandemic sped up the digital transition by 3 years. That's Jim Hallett. 3 years. Think about that. 3 years. Everything is speeding up. So if you're still standing still, you're losing ground that much faster. But I know there's more piñatas to go around. Texas AG files a lawsuit against Vroom over alleged deceptive trade practices. Carvana number 1, Vroom number 2. Party on. Here it is. You can see, you can read it in its glory. State of Texas versus Vroom. 27 pages. I found it. Texas suing Vroom for alleged title delays, vehicle misrepresentation. Online used vehicle retailer failed to tell customers about holdups in transferring vehicles, securing registrations. Gosh, didn't we read this about Carvana recently too, right? Deceptive trade. Burden thousands of customers. Lawsuit alleges Vroom misconstrued the history, condition, and finance terms of vehicles it sold. In the last 3 years, nearly 5,000 complaints. About 4,000 were made in the last 12 months. Ouch. Claims Vroom cutting corners, turning over their customer-sourced vehicles so quickly they're reselling the vehicles before obtaining proper title. Don't mess with title. Several customer accounts laid out in the lawsuit describe instances in which Vroom did not register changes in ownership in a timely manner. Cites instances which people bought a car only to find it fraught with mechanical issues. Texas wants $10,000 per violation and $250K per violation if the customer is older than 65. Of course, don't forget, there's plenty to go around for dealerships too. Who cast the first stone? Cast the last stone? Okay. FordBlueAdvantage.com. You been here? You checked it out? Yep. It's powered by Auto Trader. Ford Blue Advantage. Featuring dealerships near you. Interesting stuff. Something to think about. And Ready Logistics. Did you see this? 4 days ago. 4 days ago. Upside Direct launched. It's the new digital auction every weekend from Cox Automotive. So wait a minute. So wait, is digital is a good idea. Digital is happening because there's going to continuously be more and more digital auction. Look, here's another one. Wait. Okay, this is a different. The former Cox Automotive analyst launches online CPO marketplace. It's called CPO. CPO is a desktop solution designed to help dealers increase visibility of their CPO units for sale, helping automakers boost awareness of their certified programs and give consumers more confidence in shopping CPO. The platform, currently resembling a search engine bringing together CPO listings offered by various brands. The plan is to broaden it, allow dealers and OEMs to list and market CPO. My gosh, there's so many platforms. Yo! Okay. Go to cpo.co. That's cpyo.co. And of course, don't forget, Lithia's net income more than doubled. So you can sign up as an ATI insider. You could just text Ty. Just get a hold of Ty. Let him know. Say, hey, Ty, listen, man. What does it all mean? What do I do with this? Call or text Ty. 417-483-2764. Let's say maybe you're like, yeah, I'm tired of doing the illegal dispatcher dance week after week, and everybody else is just going skyrocketing into the future. Call or text Ty. Just an idea, not a requirement. You can get the podcast. It's on all major platforms. ATI Auto Transport. There it is. Spell it out. ATI Auto Transport. Look for the podcast. Ooh, Colleen says you can read Tony's disconnected jottings in every issue of Used Car News. Ooh, I like that. Thank you, Colleen. Ty's like, what? No. Out of context. Out of context. So we go live every week. Now, I'm going to be making some changes. We're doing so much now with trade shows. You might see a time slot not available. Meaning, like, tomorrow, we don't have DOT compliance tomorrow. We're going to skip tomorrow. We won't have it next week. Won't have it the week after. It's okay. We're rejiggering. That's why, no more assuming we're here every week, same old show. Nope. We are less shows, higher impact. There you go. But we do have Dispatching Live on Thursday. And that is the Crazy Show. If you're in for crazy, join us Thursday. And then Dealers, Auctions, and Carriers Get Connected on Cars on the Move on Fridays. Man, this was such a great show. The Used Car Lot Strategy with Jason Rice. That was a great show. And then this Friday, we have another Melting Block of Ice with Tim Scatalis. If we're lucky, Jason will have time to join us on Friday. Man, I love that Friday show. It's the Car Should Be Business channel. My name is Jay. We're coming up on, well, we just crossed over the quarter hour leading up to 8 o'clock. So here's what I do. I got to get out of here, get out of this segment, into the next segment. So do me a favor. After this, we're going to have Ty. We're going to bring in Jeff. We're going to meet Annette. We're going to meet Otto. We have so much more shows, so stick around because we'll be right back. Is your auction feeling the pain before a sale? You know the one. All hands on deck to process as many vehicles as possible, working late into the night, and still not getting through them all because they just keep coming. Hours and minutes before the sale, your condition report writers are moving as fast as they can. But with the imaging process alone taking 5 to 10 minutes a vehicle, it's a losing battle. There aren't enough hours in the day or enough people. Until now. Meet Black Widow Imaging. Here to streamline your imaging process, effectively removing your bottlenecks and allowing you to process and sell more vehicles, even minutes before the sale. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Providing consistent high-quality images to your website in minutes, allowing you to capture more digital sales, revenue, and labor savings. Don't believe us? Just ask our clients. Ready to capture more? Contact us today for a demo and consultation. Capture more automotive business profit with Black Widow Imaging, high-resolution 4K images for OEMs, auctions, dealers, rail, port, fleet, insurance, transportation, and more. Schedule your live demo. Visit blackwidow.imaging.com. Links in the live chat. So Ty is getting ready. He's coming down the hallway. One more visit to the snack table. And checking the mirror and high-fiving the crew and the microphones and the cameras and the dolly track. Everything is set to go. So thank you guys so much for sticking around. We have a lot more show to go. So let's do this. It is now time. We're going to bring in Ty. We're going to say hello. You know I love to... there's nothing like a good drum roll for a good friend. Here he is, man of the hour, ladies and gentlemen, Ty Thompson. Can you see me and hear me okay?
Sure can. Good to see you. I love the information highway, like always.
Wow, man, thank you.
There's a lot of news. And you know what's really funny, because I heard you say I'm going to be speaking at AHA next week.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about that. And one of the things that has really been on my mind is actually, if I was a dealer, I would really be frustrated right now, because there are so many avenues to acquire, source, used car inventory. So in used cars, where I've been for 20 plus years, and it would traditionally, it's really interesting. I mean, like, I can see how people that have been in this a long time are really resistant to any kind of change. But, you know, you popped up Jim Hallett. That was 2019, 20, right in there. The tail end of 19, the beginning of 20. Jim Hallett comes on Jim Cramer's show, and he's talking about this thing accelerated, COVID accelerated it. But I guess what I'm trying to think is, back to transporting cars and back to owning a car transport business, I really feel like now more than ever, it's vital, critical, that if you do have a business and you do have relationships with your customers, that you really stay in touch with them and figure out what they're doing. Where are they getting their used car inventory? Just like Brian Kramer last week. Brian Kramer blew me away. Naples, Florida. He's down there at a Toyota store. Brian, how many cars do you buy at the auction? That's a 0. You don't buy cars at the auction? No. How long have you?
No,
he said it. So, you know, I mean, I'm still stuttering, because I cannot comprehend that. But then we got friends like Danny at VinQ. We've got friends like Tim at Max Digital. We've got friends at ACV. We've got friends at Backlot Car. My point is that if you, I'm gonna go with an assumption here. You own a transport company and you have customers, and your volume is changed. You've noticed, I'm not doing as much as I was. Have you talked to the guy that's in charge of the used car inventory? That's all I'm asking, because Jay gets all hopped up. I get pretty excited about these conferences, and the reason that we get excited about them is because, I kid you not, guys, this is crazy. When we go to these things, these are upper level guys that have been in the business forever, that are, you know, Jay's showing us this Steve Greenfield. I know Steve. I met Steve. Steve came and said hi to me on the show. We were live at Auto Intelligence Summit, and I was shaking his hand. I got to spend time with the guy, and I'm telling you that guy is connected. He's plugged in. Like him or hate him, it doesn't really matter. He's giving information that's real. And what I've seen so far, so we started around 2019, pretty much took a break for 20, got back going again around the latter part of 2021, and since then it's just been full throttle. I'm at a conference, it feels like every week, and what I'm seeing, what I'm learning, the people that I'm talking to, this stuff is real. That, you know, this digital, you know, I almost want to go back to what Jay talked about in 2021 about year of the hybrid, because I really feel like if you're not tapped in, and I said this live last week, if you're not tapped into all of them, including the dealer and the auction, you may get left behind. Okay.
Well, you know what's interesting, man? There's so much. It's interesting. There really is a lot to talk about. And my mind spins around. That's why I try to take notes. But the thing is that on one hand, I think there are many that are like, what we spend time on is irrelevant to the scope of day-to-day auto transport business. I think a lot of people think that, which is fine. It used to bother me. I've kind of embraced it now, because what the executives at these conferences will say, listen, if none of you guys in your silo are going to talk to us, then we're going to figure it out without you.
Yeah.
We're going to leave you behind. You're going to stay behind. That's why we try to connect on behalf of the industry, which...
Yeah. Well, and I totally understand if there is some frustration out there. I mean, I get a call every all the time. And today I got I got a call from some guy. I mean, we just put my phone number out there. Call me. And so this random guy calls. I don't even remember his name. He's down in Miami, Florida. He's got a brand new 2022 Dodge 3500. He's got the fifth wheel. This is what he's trying to decide. And he found us on your show, ATI. That's how he got my number. He's trying to decide if he should get a 3-car Kaufman wedge to put behind his brand new 2022 Dodge Ram 3500 or a flatbed. That's what he wanted to know. And he called to ask me what I thought. So first,
I love that. Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah, it really is. It took 10 minutes or less, and it wasn't intrusive. It didn't bother me. And the guy at the end, he's like, man, I am so thankful that you took the call, took the time. Thank you. And I guess as we can talk about trailers, we can talk about straps, chains, height, equipment. I mean,
illegal dispatchers.
We can talk a lot about that. But from a macro, my business, what am I going to do? I mean, we are a service industry, and we have to pay attention to what is going on around us. If you guys, I mean, so part of the reason that I'm going to Atlanta to speak at AHA is what happened. What did you, ATI, what did you guys see during COVID? I believe that's my topic. Is that right?
Yeah, I think it is what happened the last 2 years, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, please. It's your presentation. Well, that's right.
For me, COVID is this much. Right? For me, we already, COVID's, yeah, thanks. You really did a number on America. Appreciate that. What I'm going is I'm saying, you think that was bad? Whatever happened, whatever slide I can show you, whatever statistic I can show you, how many people left out of the business, how many people died of COVID out of the business, I don't know. But if you think any of that was bad, wait till you see what's coming. You haven't seen Trainwreck yet. You really haven't. COVID was nothing. So I'll talk about COVID, sure. Did COVID get us to where we're at now? I'm sure it definitely helped. To what I'm talking about, what Paul Machine's talking about, what Brian Kramer's talking about, what Steve Greenfield's talking about, what all these guys are talking about, COVID certainly helped. But I don't think you have seen anything yet. That's just my opinion.
Rarely will you see a Facebook post from one of the groups where a driver's like, man, did you read that thing about Carvana? Because I'm reading about Vroom and I'm reading about the dealers and all the different digital auction platforms, and these are some of my thoughts. I have never read that post.
No. And no, you won't. And
no, you won't.
That's where it's tricky because, I see those posts as well, and I understand there is a need for information, and it is frustrating because it is hard to get. And what's even more frustrating for a guy like me and even Jay is that we could probably help solve all these questions real quick. All you guys have to do is just get along for a few minutes, right? I mean, put away the ego, put away the, I'm better than you. And let's all get along. Let's really help this industry. There are people that really want to serve. So the number one thing is if you decide, I want to own my business. Okay. Can you live 12 months without a check starting now? Number one. Number two, who's your customer, right? Have you done any market research? Where do you live? Is there an auction nearby? If not, how far away is the nearest auction? Why are you talking about auctions, Ty? Well, because 9 out of 10 dealers used to get all their cars from an auction. Have you talked to a car dealer to find out what they're doing different? So these are the things that I get excited about. And nice segue right here. Our friends that are on tonight, right?
Yes.
Jay, Colleen said it in the magazine. You can read that again. She said you can
read Tony's disconnected jottings in every issue of Used Car News.
Used Car News. So let's, there has to be a subscription. There has
Jeff,
to be.
Jeff, you're up next, but yeah, keep going.
Yeah, let's encourage our audience to maybe subscribe to the news.
Ooh, that's a great idea. There we go.
Where
And
can
I'll
we
tell you what.
go?
So let's ask Jeff. Okay, so here we go. Camera one, Ty. Camera one. Do me a favor, everybody. Please help me wish a very warm welcome to Jeff Bellant. He's the managing editor at Used Car News. He's joining us live now. Oh, it's 8 o'clock. Perfect timing. He's hopping in right now. And here we go. And away we go. Jeff, can you see me and hear me okay?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, Jeff. Welcome to the show. So we've talked a couple times, but now it's here. We're live. Excellent. On ATI.
Great to see you guys, man. Great show. Excellent stuff.
Thank you.
Especially with that, the daredevil with the cars at the beginning there, going through the freeway.
Isn't that crazy stuff?
Oh my gosh.
And yet, right, Ty, you hauled, you drove, you loaded.
Yeah.
You've been in that chair, right?
I've done that more than you can count. And you made a good point. We don't know where, maybe that guy's route that he does every day and he knows.
Right.
So, I always, when I watch those videos and I hear people say stuff, I'm like, well, there's probably a lot of pieces missing. But no, you do what you got to do in car hauling, and it's sad, but that's just the way it is. Sorry.
Oh, don't be sorry, man. I mean, we got to relate, and it's good too. While on one hand it's scary, on another hand it's of all the silos, of all the verticals in this ecosystem, auto transport might be the riskiest. Right? What if something goes wrong on that load? What happens when something goes wrong on that load?
Oh man, that's a whole nother show.
Exactly. It's right. We're going to stay out of the darkness. Jeff?
That's a DOT. Let's go to Jeff.
Let's go to the light. Jeff, please tell us more about you and being manager editor at Used Car News, please.
Yeah, managing our Used Car News. We have a regular print edition that goes out every month, as well as, online edition. We do have Tony Morby. Now, as a writer for the publication, I'm ashamed to say that Tony Morby is like the best writer. He's a fantastic column. He's outstanding. And we like to go to the conferences. I look forward to getting back on the road with COVID. We didn't go that much, but looking forward to do NIDA, the National Independent Automobile Dealers Association Convention and Expo in Las Vegas in June. And we'll end up talking a little bit about that. And just enjoy covering the industry. Love talking to dealers. And love listening to you guys talk.
That's
all
nice.
right. So take the microphone, Mike. Ty, Mike.
Well, no, I was
Jerry.
Hey, Mike, whatever your name is, that guy. If anybody wanted to subscribe to the written or the online, how would we do that?
Yeah, just go to usedcarnews.com and you can find the subscription button on that site.
Yeah. And you guys have been around forever. I've seen your stuff. I've read your stuff. I've got to meet Colleen, talk to Colleen more than once.
Yeah, she's the publisher. She's great. She's been there forever, so that was good. Yeah, she just acquired it about a couple years ago, maybe, right before COVID.
Oh, wow.
I don't want to get this wrong. Is it free?
Oh, yeah.
It's free.
Yes.
Wow. I was surprised. I wanted to double check that. Nothing's free anymore, but it's free. So go click on the link and you can subscribe to Used Car News free.
Used Car News free. And so tonight we're doing a special, right?
Yeah, we're going to be talking with Annette Chapman. She is the executive director of the Michigan Independent Automobile Dealers Association. And we're going to be talking with Otto Hahne. Otto Hahne is a dealer in Troy, Michigan, southeast Michigan. He's owner of City of Cars, outstanding operators. Dealership is like a franchise. It's kind of in franchise row, and his dealership, you could eat off the floor. It's fantastic. And he was the National Quality Dealer of the Year back in 2019. And so we're going to be talking, that's an annual award they give, and how you qualify for it is each state dealer association can, if they want, depending on how their contest goes, they will have a state winner who is a quality dealer, and that person is based on not just their operation, but their charitable work and the things they do for the community. The stories are outstanding. And then if they win the state, they can qualify to go to the national convention in June, and then they pick a national quality dealer. So that's a big deal. Northwood University helps sponsor that, and they actually do the selection of the quality dealer. They interview everyone, and it's outstanding. And Otto's a great guy, and it's really, if you get a chance, in the past they have webcast it live. It's usually the last day of the last event of the show. So this year, the NIDA is June 20th through the 23rd. At the MGM Grand, and the last night is the National Quality Dealer Banquet, and they'll tell every dealer's story, who's a nominee, and then they'll announce the winner. It's a great thing. Now, in the past, they've done it a live webcast. It's not for certain they're going to do it this year. So if they don't, obviously it'd be great to be there in person, because again, those are fantastic stories, and it's inspiring for dealers. And as a reporter, as a journalist, we always have to write the bad stuff. But there's so much good stuff that the dealers, you hear about dealers, all the work they do. And of course, they're kind of like veterans. They don't really talk about themselves, but it's good to get in a situation where you hear all the good things that dealers do. So it's a really worthy event.
Okay, so I'm just curious, Jay, who's coming on next?
So next we're going to bring in Annette Chapman, Michigan IADA. Jeff, would you tell more about Annette's role, and then we'll bring her in here in a minute?
Yeah. Annette is, again, the executive director of the Michigan IADA, or Independent Automobile Dealers Association. So she basically is the person who manages that association. She works with dealers, not just for events and fundraising, but also to answer their questions. She helps out with any type of lobbying they do. Like recently, they're meeting with candidates who are going to be running in the upcoming state election to try and figure out who they want to support, and also just to talk about the things that are important to dealers. Like every candidate has their pet issues, but the dealers right now want to talk about the issues they're concerned about. And so regulation and more, one of the issues that came up in a recent dinner we discussed with dealers is the concern with regulators at the state level, as opposed to working with dealers and saying, hey, here's what we want you to do. How can we help you do it better? They kind of act like cops, the mall cop who's trying to get you in trouble and they want a more working relationship where you say, hey, listen, just tell me what you want from me and we'll comply. Because the guys who are part of these associations, they're really involved in making dealers better, making the industry better. So they want to do right. So she helps do that. She helps, again, works with state legislators, works with dealers in terms of lobbying certain issues, answers questions to dealers about what's going on in their state and in the association, and then be able to also tell dealers what the benefits are of that, coalition coming together and speaking for the dealer as one voice.
It just so happens it was at Auto Intel Summit, I think in 2019, that we were meeting other association executives in some of the other states, and hearing them talk, you realize what a big role that is in any vertical, connecting politics to the business.
Yes,
that's a lot to manage.
And they're lucky usually they'll have like a lobbyist on staff, or at least a lobbyist that they hire that actually helps them work with legislators, people who are always dealing with lawmakers on a regular basis, and that helps.
I see Otto in the waiting room, and I'm inclined to bring him in. I don't see Annette here yet because I think she had something going on. She kind of gave a heads up. Yeah.
She's teaching a class or something, so she didn't finish right on time.
So that's fine. So let's go ahead and bring in Otto. Let's go to camera one. It is now time. We're going to bring in Otto Hahne. He's the president of City of Cars and National Quality Dealer of the Year Award winner 2019 through 2021. Now, something tells me that he's in the wings getting ready. So, all right, cool. So if you're in the live chat, please do get ready. Right, and so Annette and Otto are here together. Hey, how you guys doing?
Good. How are you? Hello.
Great. All right, great. It's a 2-for-1. So here, live on ATI. All right, so Otto and Annette, please do say hello.
Hello. How's everyone doing?
How's everyone doing? Hello.
Standing.
We're doing great. Okay, so I suppose, Annette, again, please do say hello, tell us more about what you do, and then we'll move into talking more about Otto, and away we go.
All right. So my name is Annette Chapman. I am the Executive Director for Michigan Independent Auto Dealers Association, and my main focus is to make sure that our dealer members are taken care of and assisted with anything they need, be it legal, legislation, licensing, titling issues, with a straight line right to the Secretary of State Lansing office, our attorney, and our lobbyist. Make sure that they get everything they need expedited and done as quickly as possible. So,
that's a lot right there, isn't it? I mean, that's a lot.
That's just one part, yeah.
Right.
As she's talking, I keep thinking about the movie Ozark.
Right.
Sorry. What do we need to get done today, Annette?
Yeah, right, exactly.
Wow.
That's funny.
All right, Otto, will you say hello and tell us a little bit more about you, please?
Wait a minute. Otto is screwed over. I can see half his face. Barely half.
There you go. I see him pretty well.
I got him.
Yeah, but we're good. Yeah, great. I love it.
my phone. I don't know.
Nah.
There he is.
Well, hi there. My name's Otto Hahne. I am the past winner of the National Quality Dealer Award in 2019, and I'm here to share with you what it's about and some experiences.
Excellent.
Okay, so I want to get it clear straight because the I, so it's NIADA. The I is the independent. So when we're talking to Otto, what's the name of your dealership?
City of Cars.
City of Cars, and it's up in Troy, Michigan, right?
That's right.
And so this is you're my kind of guy, by the way. I love it. The independent car dealer, they're my favorite forever. Always will be, because they're always going against the other guys, right?
Yep.
So just curious, when we talk transportation, some of the things I like to ask car dealers, if you're all right with this, is about how many stores do you have, or how many cars do you have on your lot?
We keep on an average of 250 cars at an average cost of $33,000, and it works real well. We only have one location.
One location, 250 cars is about what you keep. That means you're selling a lot of cars.
Yes, we turn our inventory almost every month.
Wow. And you've seen that change like in the last 2 years too, right? That turn is really accelerated. Is that true for you?
Unbelievably.
Yeah. And so can you give us a little insight on that turn, like what maybe it used to be to how it moved? How'd that work for you? I'm sure you loved it, but there had to be some challenges, right?
Yeah, we used to turn 6 times a year, so every 60 days. Now we're turning every 30 days, and just because inventory is hard to get. So the key is sourcing, and we're able to source, like I said, our average is 250 cars a month.
Right. So this is where I get super excited, because now I don't live in Michigan, but boy, I sure would like to know, how do you get 250, 300 cars a month? Where are you finding those?
Well, we find them many ways. We've been in business for 28 years, a lot of repeat business. We've created a buy center where people bring their cars right to us, because we have to deal with the market disruptors, as we know, Carvana and those folks. So we get cars. We have buyers on the road that buy private cars as well, and we also buy from dealers and Canada.
Wow. Okay, so are auctions still a part of this play, or are they pretty much done?
Done.
I love it. I'm sorry, I'm an auction guy, but I love to hear this. It's just a brutal truth, right?
Yeah, well, you got to be out of the box in our line of work.
Wow, that's fantastic. So one of my sayings, I've been in the business for 20 years as a transport guy. One of the things I really believe with my whole heart, and I can see it and hear it in you, is dealers are heavily invested in local community.
Very much so.
So can you tell us some examples of what that means when I say that? What does that look like? What does that mean?
Well, on the charitable side, we're very involved with the community. We do all kinds of things, from the first responders to different organizations, helping families out. That's our big thing with community. To me, it's community first.
Absolutely. It has to be. So ballpark population around Troy, the Troy area, metro area, what are you looking at population-wise?
What would you say? We're a metropolis city. I mean, we're not like a big, Detroit, but we're a big burb, and it's a big populated area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's great. Okay. All right. Sorry, I kind of took off. I get excited because I love to ask, where do you get cars? And you nailed it, by the way. And that's what we're seeing at these conferences. That's what we're hearing. People on these shows. It's like nobody goes to an auction anymore.
Yeah, being from Southeast Michigan there, Ty, we're close to, we're across the river to Windsor in Canada. And so that's a big market in terms of acquiring cars for him. And it seemed like if you look in the Northwest, a lot of folks, auctions or areas up there or dealers up there will bring trucks from Canada down into the U.S. So there's a market in those areas. Obviously, it's geographical. So Otto's one, he's good at what he does, but two, he's made that connection, which has helped him.
And an interesting thing is that my location is right in the motor mall. So I have all the new car stores of every brand around me. We stock more than most do used, and we sell more than most do used.
Wow. Well, see that I'm visualizing this in my head, and the vision I have is there's a friend of ours, Danny. I always mess his last name up. I just call him Danny VenQ. He started they call it a VBC, Vehicle Buying Center. And he's been at these conferences, but it's kind of the same thing. He's got this really cool little lot. I think his numbers were real close to yours, 250, 300. And it's funny because literally right beside him is the brand new, less than 2 years old Audi store. Right across the street is the Lexus, Toyota, Mercedes, Jaguar, BMW's down the road. Then Carvana, literally, if you walk out his front door, there's Carvana. And he's just killing it right there. So it's kind of neat because same idea. They're pretty much backed away from auctions. They're buying vehicles anywhere besides an auction. So it's really good. I appreciate you sharing that with us because that's really what we're hearing and what we're seeing. Amazing. Okay, so you're going to get this award, and part of this award has to do with the community involvement. Is that right?
Yes, that's a piece of it for sure.
What else is with it?
They want testimonials from your customers, your ethics in business, what you do for the industry, what your contributions are. And those are just a few of the things. It's really a big book of checklists that you have to qualify for.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. Jeff, tell us more.
Yeah, Otto, tell him a little bit about the background with Boys Town, because your story is really good, and he's not just somebody. And I'm glad you brought up the point about helping the industry. You do a lot, not just for yourself and your community, but you really do look towards helping the next generation of people in this industry.
Thank you, I appreciate that. So my stories, I suffered several hardships when I was a kid. At one point, I was homeless, and I ended up becoming a ward of the state. I dropped out of high school 14 days into 9th grade, and high school wasn't for me, so I became a ward of the state. Parents were divorced, broken home, all that kind of thing. Well, then I was very fortunate is that while I became a ward of the state, I was sent to Boysville, and Boysville gave me the tools to better my life. So I'll share with you a story from Boysville. And by the way, Boysville is a Catholic school run by brothers. So no sisters, they're all brothers at the time. So anyways, to share with you a story that built my foundation, that I hold true today, is that Boysville gave me an opportunity to be who I wanted to be. So in my past, I was so uncoordinated that when it came to sports or getting picked for a team, nobody wanted me. So I was the last one picked, or to be honest, many times I wasn't even picked. They say, you take them. I don't want them. You take them. I don't want them either. So I was the kid that, got sent home, and that was a whole story in itself. But anyways, what happened was that the brothers put together a baseball game and between the two dorms. So, it was 10 and 10 or whatever it was. And the brothers played. So anyways, they gave me an opportunity to play. And lo and behold, I hit the ball for the first time. And of course, Now, I didn't know back then, but of course the brothers let the ball roll between their legs, and they sort of helped my home run a bit, you know. I don't want to sound like I was, you know, Hank Aaron or something, but anyways, the brothers helped me. But that taught me, that event, that how to believe in myself, the confidence, playing with the team. And to this day, I still do the same thing. And those crazy Catholic brothers were the best, and they really gave me the foundation I have today. So while I can say about all the hardships, you look at who you are today. Your past doesn't matter.
How do you pass that down there? Pay it forward there, Otto.
I keep mentoring everybody I can. I love our industry. Anything I could do to help dealers. In fact, we've had many dealers that have worked for us that have now owned their own, that own their own business to this day. So that's very rewarding. We also get dealers that send their employees or family members that we train that come all the way to Detroit. Stay with us.
Wow. That's really cool.
That is an amazing story.
Yeah.
And let me tell
story too.
Wow.
And these quality dealers across the country, you will hear those stories. I one guy, I think of Eric Freeman from Freeman Motor Company in Portland, Oregon. He was nominated twice. He didn't win the national award, but his story is like Otto's, outstanding. You wonder how these guys have enough time to do great business on top of everything else they do.
I like, yeah, that's an incredible story, but it's also neat, you know, sometimes as business owners, we kind of get territorial and don't want anybody to know what we do, and definitely don't want competition. So to hear that, that's kind of the same approach I took in the car hauling business. Was there's no reason for me to know all this. Let me help you. And started a lot of guys' business, got them going, still helping people today. So that's really, that's a big deal, big heart.
Yep, thank you.
Yeah. What you give away is what you keep. I heard somebody say that one time.
That's
I
good.
thought, oh.
Yeah, I heard you say that, Ty.
Oh, well, that's good.
It's still good. It's still good.
Yeah. I always like to say I heard it from somebody else just in case. But now you're going to be in June at the conference, is that right? To receive the award?
No,
Well, we've already gotten the award. So now there's a new winner going to be announced this June. And so we'll, of course, be out there for support. It's an elite group of dealers that are very blessed and honored to have gotten this award. And so we get together at every national convention.
Yeah, they acknowledge every past national quality dealer or winner who's there. They will acknowledge him and, you know, help them stand and show themselves. And the new Michigan winner is Jim Van Pamel. Am I pronouncing his name correct? From Victory Motors.
Van Pamel.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So he's gonna be the winner. He's the winner for this year's state, and he was good. It's funny, he talked a lot about when he won the award at last summer's golf outing that Annette arranged, which was the best day ever. It was.
Thank you. It was a lot of fun.
For Michigan, the weather was just perfect, And but when he won, he talked about the challenges that you guys have mentioned, and the challenge of the Carvanas, the Vrooms, these mega stores, and what independents have to do to battle against them. So, you know, those type of things are excellent for the dealers to meet with other dealers, to have that same kind of aggressive, you know, both being together in fighting for success.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, Annette, we talked a little bit about your you as a state exec. Are there? I don't know if there's many issues. You're a little bit newer in terms of being the executive director. A couple of years there. Have there been any issues in Michigan that you've dealt with recently or in the past that you can give an example of what an IADA has to look out for dealers?
So currently in legislation, we are working towards, it's called gap waivers. So what that is gap waivers are not like insurance products, and they're subject to regulation under the guaranteed asset protection waiver instead of an insurance code. So right now that's in legislation. So we can get that changed for these, you know, these motor vehicle dealers. And it's really in every state. So I'm working with our lobbyist here, as well as our National Independent Auto Dealers Association lobbyists, to make sure we can get this passed.
And that's one of the good things too, is these state IADAs, like you mentioned, Ty, I think Ty, you mentioned that you had met them at one of your shows, a group of them, and it is about working together. We always joke, like when California passes something crazy, you got to keep an eye on it because it tends to move east, and so you have to, it's more of a group awareness. And this is why it's important for dealers to work with their state IDAs to make them aware of what they hear. They can work together and then of course warn other states, and then again, the more voices together, as you guys know, the stronger the ability to make change.
Yeah, and it's nice that all the executive directors from each state, we were actually just together in Dallas about a month ago, to talk to each other and talk about, what we're dealing with in our states and how we can work together to help each other, really, which is great to have that knowledge from everyone.
Yeah. The more input you get, the better, right?
Absolutely.
For your situation. I think Jeff just asked you this, but did he just ask you, what have you seen with Carvana, Vroom in your state?
I will tell you,
you
Carvana,
can or cannot talk about.
Yeah.
Right.
I will tell you, Carvana is actually one of our members. And it's funny, they're probably one of our members that calls me the most to ask me questions, legislative, licensing, titling issues. We try to work with everyone, answer questions as we can, and make sure that everyone is doing what they're supposed to be doing and staying compliant, and doing things the right way.
How about this? Using ATI and industry news earlier, as seen before, as the inflection point. Is there any way to summarize what we're seeing in the news? Are there misconceptions? Do we not have the full story? Is it just catchy headlines that get the interest? Or are there still, within the evolution of what's happening in the marketplace, just a lot of kinks to work out?
I think there's still a lot of kinks to work out, quite honestly. And that's why we just all need to work together to make sure that everything's going in the right direction.
Well, now I'm curious to know what Otto thinks he should.
Yeah.
Right. I'm sure he's going to have more to that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey, he can talk freely, right?
Absolutely.
So I don't need the bell. I need to pull my throttle back right now. So let me pull my throttle.
Right.
Pull it back. Carvana and Vroom are definitely market disruptors. They're disruptors to the whole auto industry, but good for them for trying to come forward and try some different things. Their execution needs to be better. They have flaws in their system, but they are competitors out there. It's tough for us sometimes to compete and pay more than they're paying. The other thing which you guys will really relate to is that we've had to change our business model now for our retail side of things, because with Carvana and that model and Vroom, I'm throwing them all in the same thing, a customer can click and buy. And when they click and buy, that transportation takes that car and ships it to their door. Well, in the independent space, we now realize that's a big factor. So what we've done is we've bought our own truck and trailer. And so we send that out, but we see where we're grown bigger than that. So now we need like an enclosed semi that can be our own or hired based on our units needing to get moved. But I can see where haulers will need to specialize in dealers like me, because we need that really important. The last thing our customer sees is the person dropping off the car. So when we deliver our cars, we give them a shirt, a hat. We make the experience really good. We wipe the car down as it's coming out. It's enclosed, but it's getting bigger than us now. So I'm curious of what you guys are doing about that.
Well, no, we're just hearing you talk is so profound, honestly, because this is stuff we talk about all the time. And this is the shift that we're seeing, because traditionally, like, I don't know if you heard earlier, but traditionally you used to, tell me if I'm wrong. 2018, did you go to 3 or 4 auctions every week or have buyers at auctions every week?
We had some buyers.
Yeah. So what we're starting to hear and starting to see is now the shift is different. I need them to leave my store. And there's one going here, one going there, and one going that way. And so that, in my mind, so this is where it gets really crazy. When I say stuff, I started a fight on LinkedIn, and I never start a fight on LinkedIn. it was over that article, and everybody's railing on Carvana, railing on them, how bad they are, awful people. I said, all I said was keep an eye on their transport game. Keep an eye on their transport game.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. Oh, yeah, I did. Because the funny part, and tell me if I'm wrong. I love for people to say, Ty, you're wrong. So I hear everybody say, I'm never going to do business with Carvana. I hate them, right? Okay, good for you. But I've been doing it for 20 years, and I've figured one thing out for sure. Everybody calls Ty and wants Ty to move his car. But I call my buddy Chuck, and I say, Chuck, I can't move these 3. You've got a 3-car trailer. I need them there tomorrow morning at noon, before noon. Okay, Chuck? I'll pay you extra. Yeah, Ty, I'll do it. The dealer gets his cars. He doesn't know that Ty didn't drop them off. He's just happy that he got his cars.
Right.
And they weren't damaged, and they weren't broken, and everything was fine. And I get a phone call, hey, Ty, thanks for getting my cars. So my point is when I order something on Amazon, do I care if Amazon delivers it, FedEx, DHL, UPS, or the mail U.S. Post Office? I really don't care. I just want my shirt, right? Yeah. So now it gets even more complex in my brain because, okay, if we're not going to be bringing cars to dealers because they're sourcing them within their own metro area, and the shift is now we're basically the dealers, not necessarily a wholesaler, but those cars aren't going like they used to. It's 9 cars going to 8 different places. Follow that?
Yep.
Okay. What I'm saying is if this is just me talking, but if Carvana, they might be smart, they might not. I got to spend some time with them down there at corporate, and if they have a place to put those 9 cars going to 8 different places, and they've got the relationship with the carrier, I really think that we could move vehicles faster than we ever have in our life. The problem I see is who's going to swallow the ego and say, I don't really care, I just want my car. That's just me talking. So seeing this really unfold live, I mean, Jay was the first guy that said it. After the show, I called him, and I can't believe he said that. What did he say? Dealers are buying cars out of driveways. I never heard it. So anyway, I'm kind of going off the rabbit hole here, but it's fun, encouraging for me to hear Otto talk about what we see, what we hear. It's really happening, and that's what I think you're saying. So you're shipping out. How many cars that you sell online that maybe go more than 50 miles away?
I would say probably 35-40% go 50 miles away, but a lot more go farther. But remember, for us as the independent dealer, we have to constantly earn our reputation. We have to provide a great experience to our customer, and that includes the whole delivery. It has got to be a great experience. Because no offense to anybody that runs a rig, but if they don't treat our customer good or act interested or give due care, they're not happy.
So I just wrote service industry. That's one of the things we're still having to get to yet. What Carvana is upping in their transport game, right? Yeah. Not to mention, I just want to say this too, is that attention, dealer website and merchandising has been around for years, and Carvana swooped in and said, "Okay, we'll do it." Right?
Right.
And a lot of the tech companies were begging for dealers to listen to them, and now they are. So, you get what you ask for. Tesla has taught the OEMs that EV is happening. And so at some point, somebody's going to have to teach auto transporters that it's a service industry. Holy mackerel.
What a... Otto, so I've got another question for you. How are you? So I'm assuming you have a Rolodex. Remember the old Rolodex? Let's call Ty. He's on our list there in the Rolodex. We like Ty. It's called Jay. But do you use central dispatch? How do you do some of this? I know you said you went ahead and bought a couple pieces of equipment, which is amazing. I've told Jay that forever. The dealer will go buy his own truck and trailer to get the job done.
Yeah, so we, depending on how far the car is going, sometimes we do use central dispatch. We also have guys that run from Detroit to Florida constantly, so we can get in on their, them. We just call them up and they squeeze us on as soon as they can. So again, credibility of the truckers are very important. Transporter is huge.
Here's a good question. Do you use brokers?
No.
I didn't think so. Beautiful.
That was a quick answer.
Yeah, no, and I bet I know why too.
Yeah.
Exactly why. Because you have zero control on that one. Right?
That's right.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I really appreciate everybody here taking the time. I'm just continually amazed with these shows. The people, the quality of them. It's amazing.
Pretty cool. Well,
Yeah.
we owe so much to the trade show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
It's been really eye-opening.
I can't wait. I'm going to be there. I want to really shake your hand, Otto.
Great. Well, I'll be there to shake it.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
I'm a hugger too.
I am too.
Oh, he is.
It's been a rough 2 years for us huggers. Yeah.
Oh man,
It has been.
It's been real rough.
It has been.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But that's congratulations, and then thank you, and then Jeff and Annette, thank you for coming, and Jay. I don't know where we're at on time, but
Well, we're great on time, but we're also, we're going to land the plane on time. And that's good. I mean, I think we covered a lot. Did we miss anything?
Up to you guys, Otto, Annette. Was there anything you wanted to add that I didn't ask you, or Ty didn't ask you?
Just spread the word of our national convention in June, NIADA. It's an awesome event, and
really
give us your support.
Yes.
It really is. And again, even just to attend the National Quality Dealer, if you're tired of hearing the bad stuff and you want to hear good stuff, that's a really great event.
It is. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I haven't been to this. I think Jay, you've been to the NIADA, right?
I have not, and
all right.
we talked about it because
They were across the street.
We go back to San Antonio in August of 2021, and IADA was right across the street.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I missed that one, yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm excited. I'm
it's
starting to
very
get a feel
exciting.
for, Used Car Week, NADA, Auto Intelligence Summit, AHA.
we got Used Car Week, Finished
Digital
Vehicle
Auto.
Logistics. Got to try to get to the fleet.
Out of control.
Yeah, it is. It's out of control.
But I
Digital
am
dealer.
looking forward to I haven't been to this one, so I'm really excited. And it's fun too, because at some of these, there's just there's always a different vibe. Each one has its own vibe. So I'm really excited to be a part of this. And thank you for allowing us to be a part of it. That means a lot.
Yeah, Otto and Annette and Otto, thank you so much for squeezing us in. I know, Annette, you had a busy day today, so I appreciate you getting in there.
Yes,
Thank
thank you
you
so much.
so
I appreciate it.
Thanks, Annette.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
Otto.
guys.
We'll see you.
Thank you. Take care.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Thanks,
Bye.
everybody. All right, I'm going to end the meeting. Take care. Thank you so much. We sure do appreciate everybody taking the time to join us on a busy Tuesday night, action-packed. Well, I'll tell you what. So let's see here. We got, how do you guys feel about, because we've had on ATI, 2 hours as a normal show. We've even, in the early days, we were doing some 3 hours, which was out of control. Let's see, what do we see here? I've seen more dealers with their own trucks doing home delivery. What's up, Silver Mint? I sold 2 cars to independent dealers at a local parking lot during COVID. What's up, Sergio? Fast Eddie provides exceptional customer service, and it's local to Southeast Michigan. Well, all right, Fast Eddie, let's do this. And this is why, I say in the live chat, say hello, share your company information. And then I also will at times talk about, social media marketing, wherever it is, Facebook. I've seen ads on Instagram, whether you're creating company branding. I know hey, what's up, Dennis? And Chris, I love the story and the commitment to quality and customer. I'm in New Jersey and yet to have a good experience with any dealer here. Don and I, years ago, were talking about great marketing for a business. If you're an auto transport business, if you're any type of business owner, what's your area? Where's your store located? Where's your running lane? Where do you normally run? Where, what's your specialty? Like Midwestern will say, all right, we'll draw a box from like Omaha over to Ohio down to, I think it's like Atlanta, Nashville, over to Dallas, and then like put that on your t-shirt. So put your running lane, put it on a t-shirt, put it on Facebook, but get used to sharing that information. And this is why I say carve up your elevator pitch. Hey, I'm Fast AD Transport. I provide exceptional customer service in Southeast Michigan. I love Highway 2, and all that stuff. And it sounds a little salesy, but sales is part of the business. So what are you going to do? I want to thank everybody, of course, for jumping in and being a part of the show. I know that we're always pushing the boundaries, and I apologize in advance if I said anything that struck a nerve. But hopefully I made somebody think strongly about what are you doing. If you're still doing, whatever your granddaddy was doing and your daddy's daddy and uncles, brothers, cousins, sisters, whatever, man, throw it out. As Paul Machine says, throw out the box. Because things have changed and they're changing fast. And make a commitment to tomorrow. Starting tomorrow, no more going on and wasting 3 hours about illegal dispatchers. Just stop. Take that 3 hours and put it into your sales message. I'll tell you what, take the 3 hours of illegal dispatcher talk or whatever the beef is. The football team and the fishing and the let's go Brandon, I don't care what it is. Just hit the pause button on that and let's do just do 30 minutes of marketing and sales. I promise you'll be glad you did. If you have any questions about that, you can contact me by calling Ty. Okay. 417-483-2764. Again, everybody, thank you in the live chat. Thank you, Rapid Recon, Superflow Systems, Black Widow, and Murphy Auto Transport Services. I truly appreciate Jeff Bellant and Colleen of Used Car News taking the time and collaborating. And thank you so much, Annette Chapman and Otto Hahne, for your time and contribution to tonight's show. I thought it was really informative and interesting. If you have any questions or follow-up, please do send me an email, autotransportintel@gmail.com. And wasn't his story great? Wow. And I didn't even know that. I didn't know that. Sure makes you rethink the whole, because we get this impression, right? The grass is always greener and we're up against the other guy. And, the idea that every dealer's got, Italian shoes and a Porsche and was born with a gold bar in each hand. Well, nope. Nope. Real people. Honest show. Thank you so much. That is amazing. All right, guys. I'll tell you what do we got? Oh, man. Next Tuesday. So we got trade shows the next 2 weeks. Next week, Ty is going to be live in Atlanta. So next Tuesday night, we got to work out the kinks. We haven't even talked about it. Next Tuesday night, Ty is going to be live in Atlanta at Auto Haulers Association of America. And then the following Tuesday night, he's going to be live in Tampa at Digital Dealer. We got so much happening. And then obviously more shows after that. I think we've got, can I tell you what? Oh, Rapid Recon is the week after that, May 17th. Wow. So there's so much happening. So, guys, thank you so much for taking your time. We know that you had a million choices tonight, and you spent the time with us and our community and our ecosystem. So thank you so much for doing that. Really do appreciate it. Links in the live chat. Follow the podcast. Send us an email. Let us know how we can help you. And, of course, I'll try and hit the right button on this one. Here comes the car hauler. Thanks, everybody. Stay safe. No show tomorrow, but we'll see you Thursday on Dispatching Live. We promise it will be action-packed. Take care, everybody. Good night.